Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about a very inspiring celebrity, Michael J. Fox, a Canadian-American actor who became famous for his role as Marty McFly in the movie Back to the Future. In the early 1990s, when his career was at its peak, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He was only 29 years old, which is very young for his condition. Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder that affects the part of the brain responsible for movement. It makes simple tasks like walking, writing, or speaking much harder. When Michael first heard the news, he didn't tell anyone for several years. In an interview, he said that he had tried to hide his hand tremors on set because he was afraid people would think he couldn't work anymore. He once said, "I may have Parkinson, but Parkinson doesn't have me." That attitude shows how strong he is and how he turned his pain into motivation to help others. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1991, and since then, he has become one of the most active voices in medical research.
Now, let's talk a bit about what Parkinson's disease actually is. The disease happens when nerve cells in the brain that produce dopamine start to die. Dopamine is a chemical to help control movement, emotion, and coordination. If the brain stops producing dopamine, the body loses control of movement. Doctors still don't completely understand why some people get Parkinson and others don't. Some research thinks it's related to genetics while others believe environmental factors play a role. Symptoms often include tremors, stiff muscles, and fatigue, and even speech difficulties. Parkinson is a chronic disease, which means lasts of long time and gradually gets worse. However, many people live long. Living lives with the right treatment. Michael has said that hardest part isn't the tremors. It's learning to live with uncertainty every day. That shows how much courage he has.
Even though Parkinson's disease has no cure yet, there are several treatments that help patients manage their symptoms. The most common medicine is called levodopa, which helps the brain to use dopamine more effectively. Patients also take other drugs to balance their brain's chemicals. If patients take their medicine on time, they usually feel better and can move more easily. If scientists continue to receive enough funding, they will probably find better treatments in the future. Besides medication, doctors recommend physical therapy, speech therapy, and mental health support. Exercise is especially important because it improves balance and coordination. There's also a more surgical treatment called deep brain stimulation, where a small device is implanted in the brain to send electrical impulse and reduce tremors. Michael J. Fox Foundation has donated millions of dollars to this kind of research. It's one of the largest non-profit organizations in the world focused on finding a cure for Parkinson's. Billions of dollars have been raised for Michael J. Fox Foundation since it was created in 2000.
Michael J. Fox has become much more than an actor. He's a symbol of hope, strength, and resilience. He continues to write books, give speeches, and support scientific research. Even though the disease has progressed, he has been honored with many humanitarian awards for his dedication to Parkinson's research. He once said, "My optimism is not a result of success. It's a strategy for survival." The line shows how deeply he believes in staying positive no matter what happens. If we adapt, support medical research, and show empathy toward people with disease, the world will become a more compassionate place. What can we learn from him? That aliens doesn't define us, or or attitude, kindness, and hope do. So if you ever face a hard situation, remember Michael J. Fox's story. If he can smile every day despite his challenge, so can we.
Living with Parkinson's is challenging, but Michael G. Fox shows that a positive mindset makes a hug difference. He always says attitude is everything. If people focus on what they can still do, they will live happier lives. Doctors always recommend maintaining a healthy diet, getting enough sleep, and participating in activities like yoga, dancing, or swimming. Sports from friends and family is also crucial. Parents often feel anxious or insulted, so being there for them really helps. Michael once says that his wife told him, "You're still you. The disease doesn't change that." He said that her words give him the strength to keep fighting. If someone you know has Parkinson, the best is understanding, and some parents wonder if they will ever, but it's normal, just something new, something before